I'm Kylie Brice. Welcome to My Creative Heart. In this episode, we chat with Timothy James Bowen, who is an incredibly talented songwriter. He's recently been touring the country with his sister, Claire Bowen, and he's had his music featured on hit TV series Nashville. So Timothy has invited me to open his Adelaide show on his East Coast tour. So I'm really excited and I can't wait to introduce you.
Courage through the fear, a hand to hold, a voice to hear, a beauty only known by God above. I'm sure you are the best of us. My heart and soul in you I trust. Angels in blue.
James Bowen and I have just done a gig together. I was absolutely stoked to be invited to open for you at the Libby Room in Adelaide, so thank you very much. Thank you for taking some extra time to have a chat with me about creativity.
Alright, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, you're a very creative person, so what does creativity mean to you?
Creativity is, it's part of who I am, and it's sort of part of music, and it's at least for me, is a great outlet for a lot of people, and a really great thing for people to kind of get their thoughts out to the world and to heal a little as well, I think.
Yeah. So what does life look like for you without creativity?
I think I've ever...
Not much of a life.
No, it's, my mum's an interior designer, and so we've kind of always just had drawing boards and pencils and paper and paints and everything lying around the house, and creativity is not... it's not in my vocabulary. Ever.
I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. It's a scary thought to think of life without being creative, and I think you're really lucky to have grown up in a creative family.
Oh, so
I grew up in a creative family, and I remember it wasn't until I reckon the end of primary school that I started realising that not everybody had a home like me. I was like, what, you guys don't sing together all the time? You guys don't paint together all the time? Like this, because I think like everybody's house should be like that. Free to be creative. Now, you've written with a whole lot of people, a lot of talented songwriters. What is it like for you being creative with other people? It's
one of the most personal experiences that you can have a lot of the time. And sometimes I have written with some people that are hardened songwriters that just go in there and write a song, and that's what they do with their whole job is to sit and write a song for 3 hours, and it's about whatever it's about, and it's a job for a lot of people. But I think the best writing experiences have been with people that have a bit of backstory behind them that kind of feed into whatever you're writing together.
Yeah, like you're able to bounce off of each other as well, and have your stories intertwine a little bit too.
Totally.
Now, I wonder, do you have any tips for musicians or songwriters? There might be some people who are sitting at home going, I'd like to write a song, I don't know really where to start. Any tips to kind of help people with their creativity?
For me, a way to get my creativity flowing a lot of the time is doing some kind of a songwriter exercise, but this is kind of specific to music writing. But one thing I've been doing lately is picking an inanimate object in the room and placing a really huge amount of meaning on that. And in one of my recent songs that I've written, that was sort of a bit of an exercise. The song called Anchor, and I've written it about my fiance and the time that we've shared together and how we've grown in our relationship together. You're my southern star, you're my anchor, you're my sky, wide open in June. You are my world, and I cannot wait to marry you. The whole thing started by talking about a mirror that's sitting in our room.
Yeah.
And on that mirror has Polaroids that are stuck into the frame of everything that's happened in the last couple of years, and really like the first line is there's a mirror in our bedroom full of photographs and dust from the time we spent together making memories of us. And it's like that's all of a sudden you've got a piece of glass and a piece of wood that means so much more than just an object in the room. So that, I mean, my best advice would be just to practice everything, everything. Practice more and you get better at it, and that's kind of like the rule of thumb for most things. The more you go out there and do it, the better you get.
Yeah, awesome. Great advice.
Yeah, write poetry as well.
Yes.
Poetry.
Now, if people want to connect with you, how can they do that?
They can go to timothyjamesbowen.com, or on Facebook, it's facebook.com/TJBofficial. I'm on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and everything.
I'll share all your links. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You don't have to go alone.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of My Creative Heart. Be sure to go and get your copy of Bloom, which is Timothy James Bowen's most recent EP. I'd love to know if you have any songwriting tips. Have you written any poetry recently? Would love it if you would share it with us. I'm Kylie, Brice, and remember that life is so much better with a splash of creativity.